Have you ever wondered how much China spends every year to make the world recognize its One China policy? Since the 1970s, the Chinese Communist Party has invested billions of dollars to isolate Taiwan diplomatically and force countries to recognize Beijing as the sole legal government of China. This effort comes at a massive cost. China offers generous aid packages, debt forgiveness, and infrastructure deals, especially to small developing countries. In return, these nations are expected to sever ties with Taiwan. For example, when the Solomon Islands switched recognition from Taipei to Beijing in 2019, China reportedly offered over $500 million in aid and infrastructure. When El Salvador made the same move in 2018, China promised hundreds of millions for ports, water projects, and political favors. Since 2016, 9 countries have cut ties with Taiwan and established formal relations with China, each often receiving $300 million to $1 billion in total economic support. And that's just the visible part. Behind the scenes, China spends heavily on diplomatic missions, influence in international organizations like the United Nations and World Health Organization, political lobbying, and even sponsoring think tanks and media abroad, all to push the One China narrative. Experts estimate China has spent at least $10 to $15 billion per decade on this diplomatic campaign since the early 2000s. That breaks down to an estimated $1 to $1.5 billion per year, and possibly much more when including unreported deals and secret arrangements. The goal? To reduce Taiwan's international space to zero, politically, diplomatically, and even culturally. So next time you hear about a country cutting ties with Taiwan, remember, it probably came with a multi-billion-dollar price tag paid by Beijing.